We often give so much of ourselves to the people we care about, showing them just how much they mean to us. Yet, in return, there are times when we're let down, our kindness taken advantage of, and our efforts exploited for someone else's benefit. You know the type. They seem warm and attentive when they need something, but the moment they get what they want, they disappear like smoke in the wind. So, how do we regain control over situations like this? Today, we're discussing 10 essential principles that should guide your interactions with women, drawing inspiration from the enduring philosophy of stoicism. If you can avoid these common pitfalls, you'll begin to notice shifts, not just in your relationships, but in how you feel about yourself. It's not about playing games or putting up walls. It's about protecting your energy and living with intention. So if you found yourself frustrated, confused, or let down in your relationships, take a moment. Relax, clear your mind, and let's walk through this journey of self-empowerment together. Rule 1. Don't reshape your life to fit someone else's expectations. Imagine putting together a puzzle with pieces that just don't fit. Frustrating, right? That's exactly what happens when you constantly try to mold yourself to fit someone else's expectations. The philosopher Seneca once said, "Everywhere means nowhere." When you try to be everything for everyone, you end up lost, unsure of who you are or where you're headed. Instead of camouflaging yourself like a chameleon, think of yourself as a blazing star, lighting up the night sky. Embrace what makes you unique, and stop letting others dictate your path. Your life is your own personal narrative. No one else gets to hold the pen. So shine brightly and write your story on your terms. The world needs you, not some diluted version of you. Rule 2. Don't become obsessed with someone to the point of losing yourself. Letting your life revolve entirely around another person is like orbiting aimlessly around a planet with no center of your own. When you focus too much on someone else, it's easy to forget what drives you, what lights you up. Your dreams, your ambitions, your spark, all of that fades into the background. Instead of nurturing your own goals, you find yourself constantly catering to their needs, neglecting what truly makes you come alive. Marcus Aurelius, in his infinite wisdom, reminded us that nowhere can a man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul. So, if you found yourself too wrapped up in someone else's world, it's time to pull back. You're not just a satellite in someone else's orbit, you're the star of your own journey. Don't let anyone dim that brilliance. Rule 3. Don't sacrifice your mental health or happiness for the sake of someone else. Putting someone else's happiness before your own well-being is like handing them the only flashlight in a dark tunnel. You end up stumbling blindly while they walk freely. When you constantly prioritize someone else's needs at the expense of your own mental health, you're not just giving up your peace of mind, you're surrendering control of your happiness. It's a vicious cycle. You try to make them happy, but in the process, you end up feeling drained and unfulfilled. Instead of living as a supporting actor in someone else's story, reclaim your lead role. Protect your mental health fiercely. It's the foundation of everything else in your life. And remember, no one can take your joy unless you allow them to. Your mind, your peace, your happiness, they're yours to protect and nurture. Rule 4. Don't push away friends or family for the sake of a relationship. Ever feel like you're cutting off the branches that are holding you up, one by one? That's what happens when you distance yourself from the people who truly have your back, your friends and family, just because you're caught up in someone new. Friends and family are your roots. They've been there through your highs and lows, and their support is irreplaceable. As Plato once said, people are like dirt. They can either nourish you and help you grow, or they can stunt your growth and make you wilt. When you push away the ones who've always been there, just to chase after someone else's approval, you're not just losing friends, you're weakening the very support system that's been your backbone. Keep your loved ones close. Nurture those relationships. They're your lifeline, and they'll ground you when life gets chaotic. Rule 5. Don't invest all your time in one person. Time is the one thing you can never get back. When you pour all of it into someone else, especially if they aren't reciprocating, you're throwing away your most valuable asset into a bottomless pit. Each moment spent excessively focused on someone else's needs is a moment of your life that's slipping away. Seneca was spot on when he said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Your time is precious. Reclaim it. Don't let anyone monopolize it, especially if it's not serving your growth or happiness. Invest your time in things that set your soul on fire, that make you feel alive. Protect your hours. They're your most valuable currency. Rule 6. Don't reveal everything about your past, especially the tough times. Opening up about your past can feel like you're handing someone the keys to your most private vault. It's tempting to share everything with someone you care about, but be cautious. Your past, especially the struggles, is deeply personal. It shaped you, molded you, and helped you become who you are today. Not everyone deserves to know the whole story, especially if they haven't earned your trust. Your past isn't a tool for others to judge or exploit. Be selective about what you share and with whom. Hold your story close. It's yours and yours alone. Protect it fiercely. Rule 7. Don't agree, just to keep the peace. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't sit right with you, you're betraying yourself. Agreeing to things just to avoid conflict is like trading your favorite dish for something bland that you don't even like. Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." When you constantly agree to things that don't align with who you are, you lose a piece of yourself each time. It's time to break free from that habit. There's incredible power in the word no. It's liberating. Stop living for someone else's approval. Your life, your choices, your happiness, those are what matter. Stay true to yourself, even if it's difficult. After all, you're the hero of this story, not just a side character trying to keep everyone else happy. Rule 8. Don't be driven by fear, especially the fear of solitude. Letting the fear of being alone guide your decisions is like walking through a pitch-black room, hoping not to trip. But here's the thing. Solitude is not the same as loneliness. In fact, some of the most profound growth happens when you're alone, free from distractions. Aristotle said, "Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom." Spend time with yourself. Get to know who you are when no one else is around. When you understand yourself deeply, you're no longer driven by the fear of being alone. Instead, you choose relationships that complement your life, not complete it. There's power in walking your path with confidence, knowing that you're whole on your own. Rule 9. Don't forget to celebrate your wins, big and small. In the rush to please others and meet expectations, it's easy to forget to celebrate your own achievements. But every step forward, no matter how small, deserves recognition. You're on a journey, and with each milestone, you're getting closer to your destination. Epictetus wisely said, "Never depend on the admiration of others." It's not about waiting for someone else to applaud you. It's about pausing to recognize your own resilience and strength. Celebrate your wins, whether it's a big achievement or a small victory. Life isn't just about the destination. It's about finding joy in every twist, turn, and setback along the way. Rule 10. Don't let external validation define your self-worth. Relying on others' validation to feel good about yourself is like building a house on shifting sand. It's unstable, unreliable, and ultimately unsustainable. When your sense of worth is tied to external approval, you're constantly chasing fleeting praise and acceptance, which can leave you feeling empty and unfulfilled. Instead, cultivate an internal sense of validation by learning to appreciate and acknowledge your own achievements, values, and strengths. As Epictetus said, "No person is free who is not master of themselves." You are the only one who gets to define your value. Trust your instincts, believe in your abilities, and stop seeking permission from others to feel good about who you are. By nurturing your internal confidence, you free yourself from the exhausting cycle of needing others' approval. You become the architect of your own self-worth, grounded and unshakable. As we wrap up, remember, you have the power to choose your own path. You control your decisions, your actions, and most importantly, how you respond to life's challenges. Don't live for others' expectations. Live for your own. Top 1. Cultivate the virtues that matter most to you, like wisdom, courage, and authenticity. In the end, true freedom comes from within, from knowing that you hold the keys to your happiness. So when the world tells you to fit in or give away your power, remember, you control the narrative. Live boldly, live authentically, and never settle for less than you deserve. If today's video resonated with you, hit that like button and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's build a community where men rise together, elevate one another, and live life on their own terms. For more strategies on mastering your relationships, growing into the high-value man you were born to be, and refining your style and mindset, make sure to subscribe to the membership and turn on notifications so you never miss out on what's next. We're here to help you sharpen your mind, strengthen your purpose, and live life boldly.